I was going to vlog in the fish shop.
Oh, 7-Eleven.
Got to be excited. Oh, we found a 7-Eleven. Hold on, world. We need a sleep.
Ice break time.
I just took my shoes off.
You guys wouldn't have them overseas.
What?
Ice break because they're made by pools.
I was going to say they've got 7-Elevens overseas.
Yeah, not ice breaks, eh? Ice breaks are the shizzit.
Excuse me, YouTube. I need to go into the shop for Shannon and get him an ice break. So, excuse me for the interruption, boys. No.
Interruption.
Boys.
Got myself an ice break. Cha-ching!
And Slurpee. And look what else happened.
Bit of Krispy Kremes. Christmas Krispy Kreme.
But we
Krispy Kremes.
Krispy Kremes. We don't get Krispy Kremes very often here. There's not many factories anywhere, and they get transferred daily to Newcastle in certain places, but we didn't know that these people had them, so we couldn't help but get a Krispy Kreme. We didn't vlog much in the fish shop because...
Shit fish shop, never going back there again.
Well, we are, because I ordered shit from them for the Christmas. We've got fish, and we've got really cool catfish, and we've got really cool...
But that other place has got that fish that I want, like an Australian native.
Oh, hang on, the camera's moving.
And a PNG native.
What was the name of the fish with the red stripe?
Odessa.
Odessa or something.
Odessa.
But anyway...
Oh, you got that chest warm and up.
Working on my shit.
Work.
For some reason, I like Iggy Azalea's new song.
Getting off here.
Yeah, go. I'm obsessed with it, and Black Widow. I'm gonna love you until you hate me. And the other song that we are loving at the moment, that I am loving, I don't know about Shannon. Shannon likes it. You didn't say that you didn't hate it.
What was that?
The Ed Sheeran song.
Oh yeah,
Thinking Out Loud by Ed Sheeran.
Yeah. Nice song. If you want to have a cry.
Ed Sheeran, I've never really been a fan of, but this album he's released a couple of songs that I'm really loving at the moment.
I don't mind Ed Sheeran.
Look, I've never hated him, but I've never really liked him as much as I've liked him since this album's come out. So we've been to Charlestown, we've been to the doctors, which means I don't need to go to the doctors a couple of days before Christmas, so we got around that, so we cancel that. When we're sitting in the doctor's surgery, we've been so just out of whack with what's going on in the world today that we're waiting in the doctor's surgery, and we see on the news that there's a siege going on in Sydney. The police and the mayor, they're downplaying it a bit. They're saying that it's not a terrorist attack.
No, they're saying they have no information that's politically motivated. They're not saying it's not. They're just saying they don't.
They're saying it's too early to call a terrorist attack.
But he's holding a bloody jihadist flag in the window.
Yeah, but the guy who's in there who's armed is forcing the workers and the people in the cafe that he's taken hostage in the main CBD area of Sydney to hold up.
The main financial area.
Yeah, the main financial area to hold up jihad and ISIS flags or whatever in the window.
So this building that it's in Martin's Place in Sydney, holds a New South Wales Treasury. New South Wales is the state.
It's actually where they filmed Sunrise too.
Yeah, it's got Channel 7 studios. It also has the Treasury and government departments, and apparently the American embassy building is very close by and everything. So the consulate, not the embassy, the consulate, because the embassy would be in Canberra.
And they had to close down a heap of other icons in Sydney because
that was all precautionary though.
But there was packages that needed to be checked out.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with it.
Well,
it's been proven that it's had nothing to do with it.
Well, at first they were told it was related. That's why they took so much precaution.
That's what the TV was saying.
Yeah, that's
the police have come out and said that's just what they do.
Yeah. Anyway, so it started at 9:45 this morning. These people were taken hostage, and it's still it's going very slowly because they haven't been able to make contact with the guy.
He doesn't talk to them.
He doesn't want to talk to anybody. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
Well, why wouldn't you just shoot him?
Well, it makes you think people are going to die if the terrorist or the person.
But you know what I mean? Now he's got attention. Why wouldn't you just shoot him and then his job's done?
Yeah, well,
that's what I don't get.
The reason that I'm carrying on is that I shouldn't be carrying on because it turns out the public love him. What is wrong with you lot?
Well, you love me.
Of course I love you.
So what's wrong with you then? Why wouldn't everyone else love me?
The public...
Aren't you a good judge? You got poor judgment?
Look at my past history.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Anyway, so the public loves Shannon. You guys love Shannon. I've been getting messages on Twitter, on my email, on Facebook, on The
You're making me
YouTube
blush
comments.
now.
Everybody
making me
loves
blush.
Shannon. Maybe that's what I've been doing wrong the whole 12 months. Hey?
I can't believe you put the Krispy Kremes in the fridge.
I was just making the Kit Kat and then I was going to take them out, remember?
Yeah.
Look who I've got baby tiger. I've got baby tiger and he wants to come.
Are we doing it in the room?
Yep. I've got baby tiger.
Let's go do it.
Okay, keep him down. Little rabbit. Good tiger. Everybody, word. Welcome to another episode of In Bed with Shannon and Annette. These are becoming a little bit popular, so I hear, and so is Shannon. So that's what I was doing wrong the whole time.
We're all only human.
You're all inhuman. So we're going to close off this Vlogmas, we're going to do 2 quick movie reviews for you. We're sorry we didn't upload yesterday, the day before. We're having internet problems again, so hopefully we'll get this one up tonight. And I'm not using my camera, so hopefully this will work. First movie review. We watched, 2 nights ago, we watched Horrible Bosses 2. I haven't seen the first one yet.
Well,
But I don't think it was really relevant.
no, there was obviously a couple of references to the first movie, but
Yeah, it wasn't
as far as the
justified.
storyline goes of the movie, you didn't really need to watch it. It was a bit like Hangover 2 and everything.
I
You
was
could
just gonna
quite get
say
away
that.
without watching it.
I was just going to say, the comedy in it was actually a lot like The Hangover.
Oh, probably not as crude.
They're not as crude, but along those lines of The Hangover. So I really liked it.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Jason Bateman was in it. One of the guys from The Hangover was in it. They're quite funny. The other little dude was quite funny too. So I really, really liked it.
I found that it wasn't a piss myself laughing movie non-stop like Dumb and Dumber.
At the start it was though. The first one.
Yeah. But it was a constant smile on my face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's just a constant smile on me dial.
Yeah. It was a pleasant.
Yeah. I was
Funny,
very pleasant.
wasn't it?
Yeah. It was good. It was good. Your typical sort of Hollywood comedy. You know what I mean? No great strong storyline or no great thinking movie or just an out and out comedy.
That's right.
I rather enjoyed it.
There's not too much to say about it really, but it was just a funny.
It's worth a watch.
Funny movie.
It's worth a watch.
Stars? Out of
3.
5? 3? Yeah, I agree with that. 3 stars out of 5. The second movie that we want to review, the name of it was... Oh, God, what was the name of it?
These final hours.
I think it's These Final Hours. Basically, this is an Australian movie. I hadn't even heard about it until we watched
It's an independent film that was made for the Melbourne Film Festival.
Oh, it was fun. That was funded by the Melbourne Film Festival.
I thought it was made for
No, it was funded. It was probably got shown there, but it was funded by the Melbourne Film Festival, and it's based in Perth.
Set in Perth, Western Australia.
Western Australia. So it's basically about
The end of the world.
the end of the world, the day that the end of the
I
world
think the movie
happened.
starts with 12 hours to go
Yeah.
in Perth, so the Northern Hemisphere's already coming to an end.
Australia's like one of the last countries that are going to
Being so isolated and all.
be demolished. I watched it once, just on the laptop without Shannon, and I said to him I loved it, and I had to go and watch it the same day a second time, and I would watch it again. Probably a low budget film, except for some effects at the end. Really ochre sort of
Very Australian.
accents, very Australian. But having said that, I really like it. There's a lot of these end of the world type movies, and some of them can be really big budgets. But this one, for me, and I don't know about Shannon, but for me, I really, really love this movie, and it really, really got to me.
I think we could relate to the characters too. I mean, obviously, we do make Australian movies, but so much of our movies that we see and TV shows that we see are obviously American and a little bit of British, which we find the British a bit easier to relate to. But I mean, this was very much it was very much suburban Australia, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Very much suburban Australia.
It just reminds us of driving around suburban.
Just your average young Australian.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. In my late teens, I used to watch a lot of Australian films, and most of Australian films are independent. And it very much, the cinematography, just how the plot is acted out is very much in that traditional Australian independent style, which I thoroughly enjoyed. I think it's probably one of those movies you're either going to really like or really not like at all.
The first time I watched it, towards like the end of it, I mean, it's the end of the world, so it's not going to be any spoiler to tell you that the world ends and everything burns up. But
so obviously the ending's not fantastic.
Yeah, I have a lot of unanswered questions, like could anybody possibly have survived it, or could, because it wasn't like a big explosion type end of the world.
Oh, it was like something moving.
Like big fire, like just imagine
the crust of the earth is being torn up. And
yeah, everything's being torn up. Like it's like lava just going all the way through the thing, and it came in from the sea and went to the coast. And but you know, I'd love to see a sequel to see what happened. But for me, in the last 3 minutes of it, especially like when the main characters were facing their maker, you know, I was left breathless. And I remember at the end of it, and I'm looking at the credits, and I'm like, I was exhausted. I was physically exhausted, and I loved it. I don't know why.
I enjoyed it.
I don't know why. The story revolves around one particular guy who is having an affair with some chick, and he finds out that he's knocked her up, but he's going.
Let's not give too much.
Oh well, he's going. The basis is that he's going to a party because they
end of the world party.
It's the end of the world party,
and he wants to go out in style.
Yeah. Well, it's not so much about going out and stuff. He's worried about the pain that the end of the world's going to cause. So everybody at this party is getting basically wasted on.
And obviously, the streets are unruly. Societies, its rules have fallen down.
Yeah, people are knocking themselves off, so they don't have to. Yeah, so people are committing suicide everywhere.
Violent crime. So I mean that's sort of like the setup. He's obviously cruising the streets trying to get to this party.
Yeah, so the basis is he's trying to get to this party, and things happen along the way, and
I suppose he finds himself.
He does. He finds himself in the last couple of minutes.
Yeah. In the
he's going to get back to this party because that's where his girlfriend is, who you know. He's trying to do
but
the
I suppose the basis of the movie would be self-discovery. Yeah. It's very much.
Absolutely. That's why I want a sequel. It's like, I didn't want to.
He discovered himself.
He did, and then he died.
But anyway, I enjoyed it. Again, I don't know if it would be for everybody. It certainly got high ratings on IMDb.
Yeah, it did. The Americans loved it too. Like it got up to, well, Americans had seen it. It's obviously done the rounds of film festivals. It's one of those movies that you see. Like
it's very film festival-y.
Yeah, I think it got like 8.5 or something on IMDb.
Yeah.
So I loved it, and I would easily watch it again.
I would certainly suggest people to watch it again. I don't know. It is very Australian, very sort of suburban Australian. I don't know, sometimes foreigners may need a translator in it. I don't know, that it's very what we call ochre.
Ochre, yeah, which is the real sort of bogan accent.
Well, not really bogan, like country accent, or it's not really bogan, it's just a real traditional sort of fair dinkum, true blue Aussie.
There's a lot of Australian references in there. Like I said, we watched it at G2G.fm, so G and the number 2 and then G.fm. I don't know how legal that site is, because a lot of stuff doesn't show up, but often movies show up there before they're even in the cinemas. So there's some ads you just could be get rid of them.
I watch a lot of TV shows. Well, not that I watch too many TV shows, but The Walking Dead and I watch Dead Nation as well. Not that it comes anywhere near The Walking Dead, but
we
I like zombies. I've just started watching The Strain too. I realised that the first season's over, but I've just watched the first episode. So if anyone wants to comment on whether it's any good or not, I've certainly watched the first episode and into it. But
what's the other show that we just watched the first season of that I really liked? The Leftovers. That's really interesting. Nicolas Cage just did a movie that was very similar to that. again, didn't really have a proper ending, but
Yeah, the leftovers left me with a lot of questions non-stop.
yeah, well,
every
hopefully,
episode.
it was twists and turns everywhere. So hopefully,
We
get
just
the
didn't know
second
what was
season.
going on.
Yeah, can't wait to see the second season. So that's our 2 movie reviews. So These Final Hours and Horrible Bosses 2. Out of the 2 of them, I loved These Final Hours, and I don't know why I can't stop talking about it. I'm going to give it a 4.
It was something different.
Yeah.
It was just something different.
To me, it wasn't in normal, like you said, there's another Australian movie called One Night Stand, which is from back in the 80s, and it's about where like a nuclear bomb goes off and people are like all underground and they come out the next day, and it's not.
I generally really like Australian movies though. Like,
Yeah,
there's so many good Australian movies out there.
To me, it wasn't your typical end
Just
of the
doesn't
world
get
movie.
yeah. No, it was certainly something different. And again, like I said, it was in that typical independent Australian style.
Yeah.
I could reference heaps of Australian movies to have a look at.
One second.
Again,
Keep talking.
you probably really need to be Australian or even English to sort of understand it a lot. But yeah, I'd give it a 4.
So
I'd give it a 4. Must go see. And the other movie, Horrible Bosses 2 or whatever it's called, just a pleasant, light-hearted, if you're bored one day and want to laugh type of movie.
okay, so I'll give that 3, and I'll give the other
Yeah, I'll
one
go
4
3.
3/4. Okay, 2 things. Our anniversary is coming up for YouTube. What we're asking people to do is to send us either Facebook messages, Twitter messages, or leave a comment on our website. There's a comment section at the end. It's like a guest book or something, and you can write stuff.
Okay.
Or send us a quick video message of you saying what you like about our channel, or saying
Maybe a favourite vlog, or
yeah, just tell us what you
maybe
like
just
about
how
it.
awesome I am.
Yeah, we want to make a bit of a montage for it. And we've got a few other plans. So yeah, send us messages in, preferably video messages, because that would be fantastic. Make the vlog more interesting, and you will get to be in one of our vlogs. So that'd be really good.
I want to send out a cheerio to all the new subscribers that we've had. Our views have certainly gone up a lot lately, so I'd just like to thank the people that have been there from the start and have come along, but in recent times it seems the channel's really moved around, so I'd just like to thank you guys and girls out there for your support. It's bloody good.
Absolutely. Alright, we better wrap this up because the battery's about to go flat.
Vlogmas out.
We've got Brandon's camera. So Vlogmas out. We will upload this tonight, and we will see you tomorrow. And I think that's all we have to say.
Peace, my brothers.
See you later.